We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Ours is not the only military project but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's.
Por que não tem lugar pra ir, né? Acho que é só dali, não.
Uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline.
Cuidado se o Metal Gear como funciona. Acho que é do Metal Gear mesmo que eu tenho que tirar, preciso ver mais.
Its onboard joint tactical information distribution system identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means.
Snake, you okay? Snake! Snake!
Eu dei a porra de mortal no bagulho, mas eu esqueci que não é que nem outro, a parte aqui ele já... Mas acho que não é aqui não, é descendo ali. Eu pensei que era no telão, eu não lembrava. Aí o do discurso que tá falando é tipo o Metal Gear antigo, que ele consegue tanto na água, na terra. Tem as armas melhores, tem, se eu não me engano ele tem realmente um laser por baixo. Que é legal, porque você passar na frente e mostra a minha sombra lá, ele deu alerta. Agora que eu parei pra pensar, eu tô com 9 balas, deixa eu pegar mais.
Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force would think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project.
Todo mundo. Ah, é diferente, é.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Fiquei.
We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about... Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up... You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. Proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs.
Good.
Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It's a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means.
Good.
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left. Down. Front. Left. Right. Down. Front. Down.
Good.
Front. Getting back to the topic at hand. This new model of Metal Gear
Solid embaixo do mapa, tô
Ray,
atrás da minha
after
câmera.
the great Manta
Aí
Ray.
deu 3 minutos ali pra
Our
eu
Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states.
Você tá onde? Aqui. Que coisa, não sei essa verdade mais. Spot. Tive o programinha.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first image is... Oh, I don't think we can use this.
Eu poderia tirar alguma... Ah, verdade, tinha coisinha de
The
foto.
next image is... It's...
Great. Oh, caralho, não...
I seem to be repeating myself.
As fotos não contou.
Up to old age.
Você tá reclamando? Não, mas eu tirei as fotos erradas mesmo. Eu tirei foto errada, peraí.
George Sears surrendered his...
Ah, agora tá indo ali. Eu não vi que não tinha salvado as fotos.
The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even
Você
you
quebrou. Nesse caso sou eu, mano.
have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up costed his influence in the political community.
Não, agora é só enviar. Otacon! Upload.
Looks like I have your photos now. Let's take a look. The first one I'm seeing is... You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot.
Parte esquerda, legal.
The next one's... Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag.
Certo. Isso aqui é de PS2. Os caras conseguiram fazer um reconhecimento certinho de lado a lado para a foto que você tira.
Okay, this works. It's a great front view. Okay, now we have all the photos. Snake, the speech is about to wind up. Forget the photos and get out of there now.
Tá, agora tem que sair fora.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Tudo dispensado.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the...
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
Baguete cinema? Como assim? O troféu por chegar no Ocelot.
What do you want?
Deus me quer.
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back.
Pegando de volta. Eu tinha uns 80 soldados ali, só tem aqueles 5 ali agora.
Quando chegar no cutscene, você pode tirar a webcam.
Ah, o ruim é ficar tirando sempre, né? Porque eu consigo tirar rápido quando aperta aqui, só que aí fica ruim pra mim. Deu assistir.
Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button.
Então, o navio tá cheio de bombas pra derrubar o navio inteiro.
That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
Vamos lá, vamos mover.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back.
Eles normalmente, tipo, meio que os americanos roubaram tudo deles após a Guerra Fria.
Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, you! Have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Kurlukovich.
Agora
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
O Sot também traiu os russos.
Metal Gear only has room for one.
Ele só tem quarto pra um.
Kurlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergey, looks like you were long overdue for
Pareceu.
retirement.
Traitors! Stop!
Deixa eu traidor. Vamos falecer. Eu não sei se ele atirou no. Acho que ele atirou no coronel também, né? Legal, o Snake só ali na miúda observando.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
Apertou pra destruir o barco. Aí basicamente a conversa onde o Ocelot fala que não vai trabalhar nem com os russos, tá trabalhando com os patriotas e com os sólidos. Aí tem um plot no finalzinho dele. Eu acho que eu vou jogar o Metal Gear aqui, mas não hoje, vou fazer as partes que nem muito. Tem um bagulhinho de isso daí dele não ser acertado pelas balas ali, tem uma explicação, tá? O braço do líquido.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Sabe?
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake?
Você tá jovem, né, gente?
You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program.
Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
Um dos plots é esse, né? Que ele tá com o braço líquido. Meio que controla a mente dele.
Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copy. But I live on through this arm.
É que tipo assim, ele tá tentando entender o que tá acontecendo, entendeu? Mas mesmo se ele atirasse não ia dar em nada. Ah, vou dar o plotzinho. Tem um equipamento que tipo evita bala. E ele usa, né, nessas partes. Então tipo, ele não precisa se preocupar em levar tiro. Tiro, míssil. É um bagulho de pop pra caralho de equipamento.
You don't have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
Legal que quase todos os metal de ar crescem, são assim, com cara todo ferrado, sem perna, sem braço,
Mas não é qualquer pessoa, é um clone do Big Boss. Clone. É meio que uma criança nessa dele. Minha mesma pistola. É um lança-míssil. É que você tá, ó, pelo menos no 1, é aquela coisa, é uma máquina que carrega o equipamento de destruir o mundo. Não é que ela sozinha é fodona, porque ela tem a arma nuclear embutida nela. Isso daí já era pra ser mais resistente, né? Era pra ser uma máquina mais fodida, né? Mas... aí a gente passa pano. Who's that? We have a problem. Ah, é verdade, ele usa a água e faz um raio, né? É, isso mesmo. E detalhe, quem enfrenta o Metal Gear aqui não é o Snake, né? Ou enfrenta, agora eu não lembro se eu enfrento.
Proceeding as planned, sir.
É, não enfrentei ele nesse aqui não. Aí vem a segunda parte do
Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
É verdade, né? A partir daí, tipo, começa a colocar, né? Na verdade, desde o primeiro, né? Já mostra que tem o governo americano envolvido com os bagulhinhos. Vou só até o início só do... A assistência naves... Tô usando, não lembro como são. Qual classificação, uma bomba atômica. Determinando seus efeitos. Computadores e a bomba atômica, guerra segunda guerra.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Isso aí é meio que a reprise do 1, tá?
Approximately 6 hours ago, the Big Shell was seized by an armed
O Big Shell no lugar foi dominado por terroristas de novo.
Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the Big Shell under complete control.
E eu tô vendo que ir lá pra pegar eles. Só que eu descubro que tem... Isso daí tudo é Metal Gear. Oh, Snake. Que nojo, Snake.
Come in from downwind and clone fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Elsewhere, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the president. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the Big Shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have two mission objectives. One, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And two, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
Refém, desanar os coisinhos. Só que no enquanto você já sabia que era do Metal Gear, aqui não, você não manja nada.
You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Aí os terroristas estão condenados a 30 bilhões, se não pagarem ele derrama o óleo tudo no oceano, operando tudo, matando os reféns, e um deles é o presidente, Johnson.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code
Tem mais
name for
alguém
all
aí, né, no
following
caso?
communication.
Ele tá comunicando que tipo, ele acha um lugarzinho cortado.
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Vai lá. Deixa eu só salvar. Ah, não consigo salvar ainda. Agora que eu tô com a máscara aí, mas... Os baratinhos vindo. Tá, deixa eu ver se tem alguma coisa. É a mesma coisa do outro. Aqui eu sou jogado sem arma nenhuma. Eu tenho que pegar no local. Tá, tudo mais cuidadinha, Rachel. Vou apertar isso aqui não. Ah, ele dá um mortal. Ah, se eu fizer isso ele já fica no chão, tá? Se eu segurar o X. Se eu fizer isso aqui, ó. Tá. Então vambora. Tem coisinha aqui, deixa eu ver se já tem item. Acho que não vai ter nenhum. Aqui é 3 também. Tá, se eu não me engano. Mas meu Deus, já é grande. Né? Esse aqui não tem aquele aumento de vida por batalha, né? Vambora. Estão batendo nos caras, ó.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gorlukovich man.
Gorlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Vocês têm país, tá. Olha como é que são as remanescentes do carinha lá que morreu na nave. Deixa eu só jogar até tirar a máscara. Bom, um remake do 1 seria lindo, viu? Puta que pariu. Imagina jogar com, pelo menos nesse naipe de gráfico assim. Olha o Snake.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID.
Tem uma
but for
pessoa
now, you can take advantage of the
que ele cuida de todo
situation and
mundo.
get to work.
Ele tem
There's a
habilidade.
terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure.
Esse aí tem ali
That'll let
mais
you
cômico do que o
activate the
outro. É que o outro era mais
Soliton
cômico no
radar.
sentido do
Soliton radar?
Snake estando em cima das minhas.
True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high. Should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain
É,
access?
dessa vez eu ativo para ter o mapinha
Just
e a
push the
localização de
action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Eu tô sem mapinha aqui, eu tenho que ativar ele pela coisinha. O cara tá caído aqui.
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Why not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification system. The owner enters the required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs here?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
Okay, I know those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
Ele explicou assim de pegar arma e tal. Boa noite, nerd. Eu não sei o nome dele. Ficar. Sei. Vou deixar assim. Eu lembro que tinha um negocinho, se você colocar o nome aí. Um menuzinho desse. Tipo, já dá pra deixar assim, blog on. Vou deixar full screen. Caption sim. Normal. Deixar que nem. Tá, sim, pode ser assim. Deixa eu ativar com item. Back to the split screen.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96.
Eu sou meio putaço que eu uso a
I
amiga
just switched
dele.
frequencies.
E aí
Jack,
o coronel tem os
do you know
motivos
what day it is tomorrow?
pra ajudar e
April
tal.
30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Tá, deixa eu já salvar. Dois.
What's up, Jack?
Deixa eu ver no... No hard ainda, né? Tá.
Hang in.
Tá no contexto todinho.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
Ah, tinha um rating, né?
It's the enemy. I need help.
É porque eles tinham me visto, eles estavam falando do Snake. Não faz isso.
Raiden, what's wrong? Raiden! Raiden!
Até o bagulhozinho muda, na verdade. Fotinha assim, pô.
I'm under enemy fire.
É, não foi por minha causa. Ah não, foi sim, foi sim. Tá, deixa o elevador chegar, deixa eu ver isso. Ai, ai.
I need help. Who's this? Enemy. Who is that? It's the enemy. I need help.
Nossa.
Over there.
Opa. Ah, merda. Esse mano tá. Ah, vai ali, mata, vai. Mata, vou contar de novo. Ele tá fazendo pose de... Ele tá fazendo pose de...
Jack, what's going on? Answer me! Jack? Jack!
Jack! Peraí, eu tenho que pegar isso aqui.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
I need help. É uma coisa que eu tenho que ele tira a máscara.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
Nada líder também.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
Vai ficar que são várias áreas.
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2.
Each
unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment.
Esse mapa até que é grandinho, assim.
First,
Não é tão
get
grande
to a
quanto
node. Log into the network.
Got it.
O mapa Doom, talvez. É que esse daqui tem as duas missões, né? Tem com o Snake. Eu caí em cocô de pato. Ah, vamos tomar no cu esse jogo. Ai, mano. Cuidado deixar o homem trabalhar, né? Você sabe que é possível que foi ele que colocou essa porra aqui? Porque o que ele fez com... Qual que é o nome lá? O Death Stranding. Cara, como é que eu tenho que fazer isso? Ah, aqui. Não? Que caralho? Ah, aqui. Não. Aqui. Eu não tô entendendo. Eu já tô preso no jogo? Como assim, mano? Ah, pera aí, acho que eu... É esse aqui? Pera aí. Tô tentando entender o que eu vou fazer. Tô tentando entender o que eu vou fazer aqui.
Raiden, that door is locked. You most likely won't be able to get through. Find another way in. According to the SEAL Team 10...
Acho um jeito de entrar. Legal. Então, jogo. É isso aí. Eu tô travado no começo do jogo. Nice. Puta que pariu. É um duto. Ah, aqui.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
Tem um sisteminha de porta também que eu tenho que usar.
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay? Understood.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
Eu nem sei que consigo tacar.
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
Ah, não, acho que só no 3 eu consigo tacar os bugzinhos de pente, né? Pera aí. Acho que vou deixar perder isso aqui. Tá. Preciso de uma arma. Ai. Deve ser alguém da Konami. Tá de chave? É, level 1. Ai. E aquela coisinha azul ali? Olha aí. Ah, ali é o Node. Tá, eu tenho só algumas. Vou entrar por ali. Abrir connection.
Raiden, watch out. There are sentries posted on the connecting bridge. They will spot you if you continue on course.
Any recommendations?
Use the hanging mode.
Hanging?
Face any waist-high railing and push the action button to clear the railing and hang over the side. Once there, you can move sideways while keeping out of enemy sight.
All right, I'm giving it a try.
Don't forget the grip gauge. It will keep decreasing during a hanging maneuver, and once it runs out, you will fall.
Copy that.
Wait a second. I just intercepted new intelligence on the operation being executed by SEAL Team 10.
Intercepted?
As I said before, they need to be kept in the dark about our presence.
So we just listen in?
I'm patching it through.
This is Alpha Zero. We have the President. Is he safe? He is safe. What about the package? Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval is on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy! Alpha Zero, report. Damn it, cover the President! Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. This is crazy. Is that...
Certo, a gente fica interceptando o outro time do SEALs.
Raiden, the president's life is in danger. Head to Strut B now.
Tá, subiu pra lá. Tá, mas não agora. Vou encerrar a live aqui, por mais que empolgado que eu esteja. Eu vou... Deixa eu ver, coração. Acho que eu vou só fazer um negocinho, talvez eu volte pra jogar um pouquinho o Urban Six. E é isso. Deixa eu salvar. Vou salvar aqui mesmo.
What's up, Jack?
What's up, Jack? Será que eu já sei que acontece algumas coisas?
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow?
Ah, não tô vendo de ouvir não. Não. Então é isso, gente. Obrigadão aí. Esse daqui é o Snake 2. Metal Gear 2. Eu tô empolgado pra jogar esse. E o 3. Não sei se é platino, mas vale a pena. Provavelmente. Me dá uns minutinhos aí que eu já retorno. Que eu vou comer alguma coisinha. Eu vou retornar pra vocês hoje. É isso aí.